Good morning, fourth graders. It's Mr. Pappas here doing a little science experiment for you guys. Today's experiment, we're going to represent smoking with the cigarette. As you breathe in, the smoke's going to fill your lungs. Now, our lungs today are going to be represented by this giant soda bottle filled with water. The materials we're going to need is one cigarette, obviously, a cap with a hole in it, as you can see here. We're going to place this cigarette into this cap like so. So it's airtight, there's no hole you can see. And this bottle has a little hole poked right at the bottom, and we've placed over tape with that. Okay, also we're going to need one tissue, but we'll get into that later, okay? So we're going to seal the water bottle with the cigarette, and then we're going to light the cigarette as if you would light it in your mouth. Okay, so here we go. Okay, now as you can see, the cigarette is lit. We're going to pull this piece of tape off and let that water out. So it pulls the cigarette buds down, and this, as you can see already, the smoke is filling our lungs or this water bottle. I'm going to put this over my mouth because smoking, it's not good for you to breathe in, so I don't want anyone to breathe it in. Now, as you can see, the bottle is taking on a lot of gas already, and picture that, and all that gas going right into our lungs. Also, you're going to notice that the water bottles, the gas, it's not purely white. You can see a little yellow tint. That's all the tar and the nicotine being sucked into your lungs and getting stuck there. And yes, I need this because it's very, very bad smell over here, and that smoke is just toxic to your body. Alright, as this finishes up, I'm going to knock all this ash off from the top real quick, so that way I can touch the cigarette. And remember, kids, always have an adult present when you're doing this, because we don't want to be around cigarettes at all, and an adult can help us do a safe experiment. Okay, so now I'm going to take this knob off here, the cap. You can tell it's very hot to touch right now. My hands are a little hot. And we're going to take this tissue, put it right on top. And with the rubber band I have around my wrist, we are going to, let me get it over, seal it on top so none of that gas gets out yet. Okay, just like that. And then we're going to retape the hole we have, which is right about there. So none of the smoke that we want to represent gets out. Okay, so I'm going to pull it up closer. We have all this air in here, all this smoke coming from that cigarette that's going right into our lungs. So when I breathe in that cigarette, it goes all the way in me, and it stays there until I push it out. And as you can see, I'm going to show you real quick, which kids, do not try this at home because it's not good for you. I'm going to push all this air out with my breath into this cigarette, into this, what is the filter, which would be our lungs, what it would be stuck as. It's a tissue paper. Okay, so I'll pull it off. Take a deep breath. One more time. And even now there's still some air left, so we're gonna go one more time. Okay, and as I unravel this tissue, you're gonna see all of the material, all the gunk that gets stuck to our lungs Oh, look at all this brown stuff in there. All that is being stuck on our lungs right now as we smoke that one cigarette. The inside is turning a different color. It's turning brown. All this tar, if you get really close, that black stuff, it's getting stuck inside. All right, that, kids, is why we don't smoke. That's one little reason for the major reasons we all have. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope you had a great time doing the experiment with me.